We're in Louisville, Kentucky.
Now, we know it's not exactly a small town.
But people from small towns all over America are converging right here.
That's right. So welcome to Small Town Big Deal.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I've traveled across the country and firmly believe that the people in small towns are the hands that keep America strong. So join me, Rodney Miller, as I show you the great things these people do on Small Town Big Deal.
We are at the National Farm Machinery Show.
You know, and I've been coming here for over 20 years.
I knew you were going to say that.
And you know, it's like the favorite week of the year for me.
He's like a kid in a candy store. And you know, I have to tell you, it brings back a lot of memories for me. My dad worked in the farm implement industry for 30 years, so you walk in here and I smell it and I'm like, oh, it's my childhood.
You know, and as a farm boy from Southern Illinois, this is like the big day.
All right, I think we have several miles to cover. We better start now. When and how did this all start?
Well, it started about 48 years ago. This is the 48th National Farm Machinery Show. This year we have over 860 exhibitors, and that's up from last year.
Does your attendance continue to climb every year? Or?
You know, since I've been here, it's always been right around 300,000, and we expect that many again this year.
It's hard to describe just how big the National Farm and Machinery Show really is. You can walk all day and still not see it all. And being such a prestigious show, you never know who you might run into.
In fact, I ran into Dennis McConnell, a very old friend, and he's quite the character.
How has it changed?
All right, well, right now where you see it's huge. Back then it was a lot smaller. It was still big, but it wasn't nothing like it is today.
What do you like best about the show?
The food. Pork chop sandwich.
You like those pretty good?
Oh, yeah, I like them. They like me. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I'm gonna grow up and be just like Rodney.
You know, the problem coming here is you see a ton of things you didn't know you need, but now you have to have.
There's just all kinds of things I can see here that I want to go home with. Just every little toy, you know.
The National Farm Machinery Show not only highlights the latest in farm machinery and technology, but also new energy solutions for farmers. Rodney and I met with Mark Olenek of Harvest Energy Solutions, who gave us a lesson in Renewable Energy 101.
So, do these go on your roof? Do they go on the ground?
You can put them either on the ground or on your roof.
Okay.
Typically, our business, since we're dealing with farmers, a lot of it is on the ground.
Sure.
This is hooked up to the utility, to the grid, so that when your sun is out and you've got a nice daylight, it's producing power, more power than you need at that time. It shoves it back into the grid so you can use it during the night.
Where do you see the technology going here? Is it getting better every day?
Technology is getting better every day because, let me give you an example. 4 years ago, this system was double the cost. Now it's come down that much in 4 years. It's very affordable for most farmers today.
And I think we're all now looking for ways to take good care of our planet.
You'll be surprised though, the average age of our sale is a 58-year-old farmer.
So we can understand Jan's interest in this.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've held up pretty well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I want some green energy, all right? That's what I tell you. I want myself a big windmill and I want some of those panels. Okay, where's the contract?
You got it.
Yeah.
After I removed my foot from my mouth, Jan and I headed over to our good friends at Massey Ferguson. It was no surprise to see the Massey Ferguson booth packed, as everyone wanted to see all the new and innovative machinery they've been working hard to bring to the farming community, such as
Massey Ferguson combines,
Heston hay equipment by Massey Ferguson.
hay balers by Massey Ferguson,
And oh yeah, Massey Ferguson tractors.
Massey Ferguson brought some showstoppers. There is no doubt they are committed to advancing farming equipment to new heights.
Okay, well, here you go.
Thank you so much for
Thank
watching.
you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Finally, Jan and I had an opportunity to take a break and meet some fans of the show. It's always so much fun meeting our viewers face to face.
Well, thank you for watching, man.
think it's good.
While Jan did a little shopping, I met up with John Kinzenball, a well-known innovator in the farming industry.
John, you've been kind of an icon in the ag industry. How did it all start for you?
Started out as a kid who couldn't afford the toys, so I built my own toys, and then I built my own go-karts and motorbikes when I was in high school.
And what was the first product you built to sell?
Basically the grain wagon, the cart. We showed the world that you could take an existing tractor that you weren't using, especially if it was wet in the fall, and haul that combine out and put it on the truck. And it made the combine and the truck both more efficient.
Joe, you and I go way back. I've been coming here for 20-some years, but you've been coming here a lot longer, I know, a lot longer.
Yeah, since 1970.
So if somebody had never been here before, what would you tell them?
Well, you know, farm equipment, what they display here is something for everybody. You know, you might have a cattle farmer, you might have a big row crop farmer and all that. You know, it's something for everybody.
I love the fact that the National Farm and Machinery Show has something for everyone and for every age.
You're so right, Jan. I was especially happy to see a lot of kids from FFA at the show. There's no doubt they will leave this show educated and inspired.
A highlight of the show is the National Championship Tractor Pull, which started back in 1969. It's the largest indoor tractor pull in America. If you plan on going, you only need to bring one thing: earplugs.
Jan, what a fun and exciting day we've had.
We have, and you know, I was thinking that agriculture's been around, well, as long as mankind has been around, but today I saw how far we've come with all the innovations.
And you know, small towns have played a key part in that, because that small town innovation and visionaries, they've developed most of this equipment that we see here today that's taken agriculture to the level it is today.
That's why I say small town, big brain. And don't go away, we've got more of Small Town Big Deal coming right up.
See you soon.
It's time to man up with Massey. Take it from the dairy farmers who already have.
It's a great tractor, absolutely excellent fuel economy, and it's dependable.
CVT is great, you never have to shift.
I liked it because it goes real slow.
It makes you more productive.
They're the best performing tractor out there.
We're not just out to change your tractor. We're out to change the game. Go to manupwithmassey.com.
For 110 years, Morton Buildings has served the needs of the American farmer. Today, we continue to construct farm buildings while also offering custom stall barns, workshops, garages, and commercial facilities. From concept through completion, Morton Buildings handles every aspect of your project. Join generations of customers who've discovered the quality and dependability of a Morton building. For more information and to get started on your building project, call 800-447-7436 or visit our website at mortonbuildings.com.
Introducing the world's best neighbor. On the world's fastest lawnmower. Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
You know, some of the stories that we love are the ones that are truly all-American.
That's right, and what is more all-American than baseball? We are still in Louisville, Kentucky. We are at the Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory.
You know, and it started from very humble beginnings. In 1884, they made the first bat. The same family still runs it 5 generations later.
That's right, and we are going to take you inside, behind the scenes, and to one special room that very few people get to go. So let's go.
Let's go.
We first met up with PJ Shelley to find out just how popular the Louisville Slugger factory really is.
I'm thinking everybody has heard of the Louisville Slugger. So how many people actually come here every year to see it in person?
We had over 240,000 people come through our doors to see how we make baseball bats. How intricate the whole process is surprises people, and I think they come away here with a much more appreciation for how much hard work and pride goes into each piece of timber that we send out of here before it gets into the hands of the Major League ball players.
The Louisville Slugger factory has been making bats since 1894, and it's the official bat of Major League Baseball. Larry Joyce gave us a first-class tour of this very impressive facility.
Hey, Rodney, Jan, this is the way it all started out. We made bats by hand. From 1884 to 1980, all Major League bats were made on a hand-turning lathe like this.
The factory has since traded in their lathes for highly sophisticated CNC routers. These machines can carve a log of ash wood into a bat in under 30 seconds, turning out up to 2,500 bats a day.
What do you do with all of the shaving?
That's a good question, because we have a lot of it.
Oh, imagine.
We have a turkey farmer from southern Indiana that picks up all the wood shavings. He takes it back to his farm and he uses that for bedding for all those birds.
So, some turkey is sitting on Derek Jeter's savings.
Right, happy turkey. But you can't really read it like this because it's backwards. But those are they're the signatures of all the players that have ever signed a contract with us, going all the way back to 1905 with Honus Wagner as the first one.
So when you were doing the special signature ones, were there any requests that stand out in your mind?
Somebody asked their significant other to marry them on the bat.
Oh, did she say yes?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You can't strike out with a Louisville Slugger.
Oh, and a comedian too, okay?
The Louisville Slugger factory makes custom bats for many of professional baseball's biggest stars. We met the guy who makes those bats and got to see a true craftsman at work.
Danny, now, you've been here like 43 years, I believe, so you've surely seen this place change a lot.
We still make the same thing, we just make it better. Today I'm making the Yankees, tomorrow I may be making the Dodgers, I don't know. We don't make the same thing all day long every day.
You know, it's got to feel good, though, when you're watching baseball on TV and think, I touched that bat, I made that bat, I made sure that bat was right. It's got to be a good feeling.
It does feel good.
Larry took us to a room that only a few presidents and a handful of people ever get to see, the Bat Vault.
Yes, this is the holy grail of Louisville Slugger right here.
This room contains bats used as models for every bat ever made at the factory. Bats made for players like Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and Roger Maris.
What number was Babe Ruth?
Well, let's pick it out right here. R43. This is the bat that we made every Babe Ruth bat from. Right here, can you see?
This is pretty exciting.
Man. Now, what kind of wood is this?
That's ash. That's one of the white ash, certainly.
Is that all he used?
Well, no, he used hickory as well. And I can show you a hickory bat a little later.
Much.
Not now, because it's too heavy.
Too heavy.
It's all about swing speed, bat speed.
Jan, you know it's truly amazing to stand in a room with such history for America's pastime. You can almost hear these bats echoing the legacy of their players.
Here comes Roger Maris. Here's the windup. Fastball hit deep to right. This could be it. Way back there. Holy cow,
A little competition now between me and Jan.
Ready.
Keep your elbows up.
Keep my elbows up.
Swing straight through.
Straight through.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Hey, better swing!
Ball is 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
What tougher it looks.
The Louisville Slugger Museum is just as impressive, if not more, than the factory floor. It's a state-of-the-art facility that displays some incredible baseball history. In fact, you can talk to some Major League stars.
What's it feel like when you're playing the best team, the St. Louis Cardinals? It's like a real rush, I imagine, a real challenge.
Now that 17-year-old kid, Bud Hillerick, that made that first bat for us in 1884, his great-grandson is our president today, John Hillerick. We are still a family-owned business. So, and there's still Hillerick family members that work on the floors of the factory. They're pulling bats off the line every day, making sure that we'll put out the best quality product out there for our customers. Rodney, I got a special small-town big deal bat for you over here. And Jan, of course, we got the special pink bat here for you as well.
Perfect.
And the neat thing about these pink bats is that $10 for every one of these sell goes directly to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for Breast Cancer Research.
Fantastic.
You know, Rodney and I learned a lot here today, but I think one of the most amazing things to me is that there are over 8,000 different models of baseball bats.
You know, and we met a guy who only makes Major League Baseball bats, so that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool job. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, even though I was always the last one picked in PE when we played softball, maybe after being here I'll have a little better luck. So I'm hoping I can just get a hold of one.
Well, I think it's time for a little friendly competition.
See, he hears how bad I was and then he wants to beat me.
Hey, I like to win. What can I say?
It will not count because I'm so bad, but okay, let's go. Let's go.
Coming up next.
It's so hard.
It's confusing.
I can't get out of here.
Yeah, we're trying to find a way out. We just don't know what to do.
It's time to man up with Massey. Take it from the farmers who already have.
When we were John Deere, that was in our blood. We are now colorblind. We are looking for value.
Simply just gets the job done.
I have to say, Massey opened my eyes.
This isn't your daddy's Massey Ferguson.
We're not just out to change your tractor. We're out to change the game. Go to manupwithmassey.com.
Hi, I'm Rodney Miller, host of Small Town Big Deal. I recently got wind of a way to make my pond picture perfect, and it's all thanks to my good friend John Red at Outdoor Water Solutions.
Thanks, Rodney. At Outdoor Water Solutions, we manufacture a wide range of pond products, including the windmill aeration system that you see behind me. So if your pond has moss on the top or black muck or organic matter on the bottom, then you need to look at our products.
And John, how can our viewers find out about you?
You can go to our website, which is outdoorwatersolutions.com.
We know who made that hitch. We know who cut the steel, who milled the ball, and who welded the seams. We know who tested, measured, and checked. We even know who thought the whole thing up. We're B&W, and we know your hitch. Because we don't make them halfway around the world. We make them all right here. B&W. Trusted.
Ah, man, there is nothing more relaxing than the soft sound of corn stalks swaying in the wind. Help! Who's that? Oh yeah, that's someone lost in our corn maze. That's right, when I'm not traveling across the country bringing you great stories from across America, I co-own and operate a corn maze in Buford, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. It was a lifelong dream of mine to open an agritourism destination, and in 2009, I finally opened the Buford Corn Maze. I wanted to create a place where people could come for good, wholesome fun in a family-friendly atmosphere. It all begins in the summer when we plant our corn. That's when I start to dream up all the twists and turns I want to put in the maze. And once it's knee-high, I get out my mower and begin to carve a route through the 5 acres of corn. No map or GPS for me. I just mow the way I see it in my mind. In fact, how about I give you guys a trip through the maze?
I designed it. There's no way I can get lost in here. Hi.
Hi.
You know, I really enjoy building these mazes. I have it all laid out in my head. I know exactly where everything is, and I don't know where I'm at again.
Did I tell you about our hayride yet? Everyone loves a good hayride, especially when it's pulled by a Massey Ferguson tractor and a really friendly driver like Tim Miller. He's our main hayride operator here at the Buford Corn Maze.
Tim, you obviously really enjoy what you do here. What motivates you to do what you do?
Well, to me, it's the people.
Well, you know, people come here, and whether it's grandparents with their grandkids or whether it's young couples with their young kids, they're just looking for some good, clean entertainment, and that's what the corn maze provides. And once they go through the maze, they're a little tired, so it's a chance for them to rest for a few minutes. And for a hayride, that's just what it's supposed to be, is just sit back and relax and rest.
Have a nice afternoon. Thank you. Oh man, I didn't know you was bringing pork rinds. I'd have rode with you.
Agritourism is growing across all of America. I personally believe it's very beneficial for both the farm owner and the community. I talked with Jerome and Tina Beggs, co-owners with me and my wife of the Buford Corn Maze, on their perspectives of agritourism.
How do you see this whole industry going? Is it a growing industry, at least in the state of Georgia and the Southeast?
Absolutely. Families that just come back multiple times in the year. I mean, we know people by name and not just by face. So it's just a community builder.
And I think the agritourism industry is such a great impact on the small farmer because the farming is getting so commercialized, it's so expensive to get into it. You take a farmer with 40 or 50 acres, he can do something like this.
Guys, I know you just got here, but what do you like most about corn mazes?
Getting lost.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. With thousands coming through every weekend, you get to meet some really great people.
We'll be caught here in the dark at 8 o'clock at night.
Is this your first maze?
Yes, it is the first maze.
Your very first time to walk through a cornfield, to pay to walk through a cornfield.
It is neat, all the kids, watching the kids have a good time. But, you know, us grown-ups have to have a good time sometimes.
Sure, absolutely. Gretchen, you've had quite a day here today,
yes.
And all due to Kara, your sister.
Yes.
What happened?
We went throughout the corn maze, and I would find different ones of my friends, and they would have a little poem that they would read, and my fiance had answered questions, so I would have to answer the right question.
So you answered questions that your fiance gave to Kara, so did you get them right?
I got most of them right.
Not so much.
I wouldn't say most of them.
Man, I don't know.
Hey, sir, you look kind of lost.
You know, I think I am. Could you help me get out of here?
Yeah.
Will you show me the way? Yes, I made it.
Dad, did you get lost again?
Of course not.
Come on.
At night, the corn maze takes on a totally different tone. But for most, it just makes it all the more fun.
It's a part of fall. It's kind of what you do in the fall.
Yeah, being surrounded by the festivities of fall. Corn feels like fall.
It's so hard.
It's confusing.
I can't get out of here.
Yeah, we're trying to find a way out. We just don't know what to do.
And for those who like a little scare, the haunted forest is just the ticket.
This one's scarier because it's in the dark. I mean, it's crazy, it's crazy.
Count me in for fun at Buford Corn Maze.
There's nothing like seeing a child's face light up on a hayride or on the back of a pony, all of which I had the privilege of experiencing as a child growing up on a farm in Illinois. And I love that so many agritourism destinations are popping up all over the country because of how much they benefit both the patron and the farmer.
I hope you've learned a little bit about agritourism, and I hope this visit was a little more amazing than corny.
We like getting lost.
You know, Jan, I really enjoyed showing everybody my corn maze, but you know, I think if you'd have been there, she might still be in there.
Okay, I'm not saying I wouldn't have gotten lost, but I think I would have totally been hanging with all the animals.
Oh, definitely you would have been hanging with the animals.
I know. In the Louisville Slugger factory, to hold the history in our hands, to see them being made.
But you know, one of the most fun weeks of my life, and that is when I go to the Louisville National Farm Machinery Show.
And you know what, Rodney, I was very proud of you because you didn't come home with 1, 2, 3 new tractors.
But you know, after 22 years, I learned to temper myself.
I bet. Those are all great stories, and we're always looking for great stories. Maybe you have one in your small town or know of one. So please go to our website and submit all your ideas.
I'm Rodney Miller.
I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America.
We'll see you then.
Hey Derek, has our executive producer Roger Marr been giving you batting tips lately? Think we could slip that in our pocket on the way out?
I don't have pockets that big.
Good job, man.
Thank you very much.
Give me 5. You're doing good.
No hands.
Put your hands back on there.
Heston. Over the past 65 years, it's been our pleasure to bring the world's best hay tools and the world's best rodeo to the world's best farmers. What could be better than that? Heston, we know hay.
The University of Georgia College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, on the forefront of food safety, technology research, and education. Helping Georgia farmers feed the nation, protect the land, and keep Georgia's economy strong, making life better for Georgians.